Good evening, Spam. How you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. I am doing good. What about
Nice.
yourself?
Good to hear. Warming up right now, as we've seen a little bit ago. And yeah, how are you feeling for tonight?
I um I feel pretty good for tonight. I don't know. I felt good last week as well. I mean, my step went good, just no multiplier. I think I've
Hmm.
kind of in the same situation right now. Little bit higher odds of getting a multiplier because the map is more in my favor basically compared to Launchpad. But yeah, I think the signs are pointing towards something good at least, or
Oh,
it feels like it. So that's good.
nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the same feeling as well. We've definitely seen an improvement over the last steps where you've been playing better and better each week, I feel like.
Yeah,
Now you're saying the map is suiting you. This sounds good.
yeah, it does. No, the map is it's really nice. It's a pace map. Not a whole lot of risk is involved in it, so I think we'll see very close rounds. So if I would not get a multiplier, it will be, losing most likely on a very close round because everyone is super fast on it. So we will have extreme close races, and hopefully I will be, pulling the longest string on that one.
All right, yeah, and even on the map, like last week you said, not really feeling it. You still came really, really close multiple times on the multiplier. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the cards here, right?
Well, it's I hate to say that I'm hoping for a multiplier, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty good on the map. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm guaranteed a multiplier, but my odds are definitely in my favor for sure.
Yeah, and this combining with I think on the edge just rotating out, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the only real miss map that is most likely gonna be a disaster once again is Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Launchpad is still a hit or miss. I have done some very safe six lappers on it, but yeah, just one mistake in the identity, and it's game over basically. Um, but the other maps, I feel pretty good. Pole party and poolside, so those two should really yield me at least close to 40 points, I would say. And then yeah, Vertigo and Launchpad is like kind of a coin toss for me. So you know, potential 3 digits. It looks like it could be a 3-digit step here.
Very nice, yeah. And I think even on a map like Vertigo last week, we've seen an almost top
Ah,
8 from you.
yeah,
Um, so even there, I'm saying like I'm seeing some improvement, and yeah, top 8 is also possible, right?
yeah. The game plan on that map is gonna be the same as
Yeah.
last week. Full save, and I think a lot of people are going with the strategy of full saving on that map because
Yeah.
yeah, if you send it and one mistake equals to 6 seconds, maybe 8 if you're a bit late on the respawn. So yeah, this full save strat is you know that's the strat I'm gonna go for on that map for sure. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see if that is top 8. Maybe it's 9th, maybe it's 10th, maybe it's 6th. Who knows?
Yeah, I think I've talked with Aurel on Wednesday, and he also mentioned that this is his strat going into Vertigo as well, where
Yeah,
I mean just save, don't make any mistakes, and yeah, I mean top 8 is if you have a decent pace, top 8 is basically guaranteed there.
exactly. Yeah, that's my strat as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sounds good. I mean, I'm excited for the step. I don't know why. If it seems like you're feeling good as well. I got a good feeling about it.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
also a very important step. This is halfway mark is done. This is step 5. It's now
yeah.
I don't want to say now or never, but something has to happen right now. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you don't have a lot of steps left, basically, if you're
No,
looking at it
no.
like that. And looking at the
True.
scoreboard, I think we saw after the match last week, he said already, like, not only are you falling behind, but the gap between you and the person above you is getting quite big, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So this triple digit step that you're talking about would be a pretty good one.
Yep. No, it's definitely needed. I need one. I need a big boy. That's what I need. A big, fat 300 points. But yeah.
All right,
No,
let's go.
I'm not. I'm taking it map by map, and in the end, if it's once again very close and I, don't get the multiplier in close rounds, I mean, fair enough. If it's a close battle, sure. If it's me making very stupid mistakes, then yeah, I'll blame myself. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've hope for this one. That's
Nice.
for sure.
And yeah, I see in the background that you're playing Launchpad right now. How is the training on that one been going? Did you adopt to the Gwen starting line, or is that something that you've not are not going with?
Yeah, I'm not going for it. I'm under the impression that if I can not make a mistake for 6 laps, the Gwen start doesn't really
Make a
affect
difference.
that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if I can do a clean 6-lapper with okay pace, that Gwen line isn't just gonna make a whole lot of difference, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like something like the ice is quite a lot more important to pull off correctly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and just getting the identity basically. I think if you get the identity, 6 out of 6 it should be looking very good for top 8 here.
All right. And what about bolt holes? How is the training on that one? Is there maybe a secret line that you have been going for this time around? Because sometimes you
No.
come up with these. So
No, there's absolutely nothing on that map. It's just pure raw skill. I mean, you have the ability to full speed the end basically by swinging all the way from right to left. I know how to do it. Will I do it? Only if necessary. It gains like a 10th each lap, so 2/10 overall if you do it really good versus someone that saves the end. So it's like in the back of my mind that I need to be aware of the gaps should I be in a fight.
Exactly.
But besides that, it's a pure skill map. There's not a whole lot of shenanigans to pull off there. So yeah, nothing special.
All right, so nothing special. Yeah, I got the code. I see you. Nah, just kidding. All right, but yeah, we've got about 12 minutes left. I'll just let you warm up, get ready for it. We'll see you at the end. Oh,
do you guys want a teaser for the map that you guys are gonna play?
Yes,
I've seen it. It's water.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a glimpse of it because they quickly skipped to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better be ready.
Yeah, I saw the water. Yeah, that was interesting.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, that's it. I'll talk to you after the step.
All right. Good luck.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. That was Spam. And you see him driving here right now. And he can prove this to be the case. When we are going live in about 5 seconds, the TrackMania Grand League step number 5 is about to start. Get your popcorn ready, get your drinks ready, get your snacks, other snacks ready, because not only popcorn but the other stuff. You have to have more, right? And here we go. In the warm-up. Haha, got you there, baited. It's just still 90 seconds left. But hey, I know you got excited. But yeah, we are warming up here. Map 1 out of 5, poll party. Let's take a look at the map preview before we start. There it is. Ooh, that identity is still scary even after all of these weeks. Go through the poles. Right, left, right, something like that. And yeah. Of course, full focus, full fast through them. No time to waste. You go with an engine cut block, so the more speed you go into it, the more you can carry throughout the start. And this, yeah, with an engine cut block, if you get a lot of speed going into it, this can really snowball you. And it is a pretty long part, so definitely the more risk you take, the more time you gain in the identity. Also, the warm-up just extended by 2 minutes. So, I don't know why, but yeah. Oh, the bot believes this is the first time Stream Elements is even on board with a good step for spam, which, that's huge. Right, so hopefully in 1 minute we're actually starting, because otherwise I keep hyping up everyone and then we're not starting, so please. Thanks. So one last time in the warm-up through the identity, as you can see. Engine cut block, get as much speed as possible, and then whoop, into the start. It's almost like it's mapped in a certain way that if the players take it correctly, they fall completely correctly in the start. Great mapping. Any yep cheers, make sure to yep cheer for spam by hovering over the stream. Oh, sorry, over the player. Jeez, words are hard. And then there will be an extension where you can press the cheer button. The more cheers, the more hearts next to spam's name. We're gonna go live in 15 seconds. Is everyone ready? Because I for sure am. We're here on Poll Party. And we are gonna go live for step 5 of the TrackMania Grand League. Let's go. Alright, and the start is off. We are live and we have started, and back to make sure that we see everyone. That way we can actually see the opponents of spam. There we go. Even the names. I was just in a match myself and therefore all the cars were off. But here we are, ready to go. As you can see, spam with a good start, but falling behind a little bit afterwards. Now we have a little bit of a mistake. Kappa is not having a good start to his step, which he actually desperately needs because he is closing out the scoreboard together with Tween in the general standings. Now spam is in the race but falling behind a little bit here in 13th position, but still you know, in the mix. Now we have Aurel and Tween attacking his position as well, and he has to hold strong in 13, but can he do it? It seems like he is doing okay. And already going for some overtakes here, and the next target will be Binks. Binks slowing down a tiny bit. Tween is in the neck, breathing in Spam's neck right now, but Spam is holding strong. Overtaking Binks successfully now as well. We are back in the 11th place, and slowly but surely Spam is clawing ways back into the top 8, which is often what Spam does, losing a bit of time at the start, but then, of course, the speed and the identity is where he gets it back. Papu makes a mistake. He's going to be out. But look at the overspeed by Spam, coming closer to Massa as well. And now Spam is back in 10th position, but maybe even going for the overtake of Massa here. No, not just yet. Spam taking it a little bit safely here. Binks has been going full ham throughout his identity, and especially the start is now catching up to Spam. But look at that, he has more overspeed. Binks and Massa not releasing. Spam is releasing here. Seems like a different relining approach, but about the same speed in the end. Now Massa has fought his way back into 9th position, but Spam is still close and ready. As we see a huge mistake. Who was it? It was Muda, who was actually first place a little bit ago and is now out of the race. He is goners and will have to claw his way back into top 8, maybe if he can get a high amount of speed going, but that's going to be a hard task. Now Spam is so incredibly close to the green numbers on the bottom of the screen, because he is now in 9th position, only 300th of a second behind Massa, as I'm losing my breath and maybe should breathe a little bit. Over the track we go, only 600ths of a second now between Spam and Massa, who this has been a recurring theme. Spam just a little bit behind Massa, especially in the multiplier rounds, and once again here at the start of step number 5 of the TrackMania Grand League. And can Spam get it with the inside line here? Spam's going for the attack, but it's just not enough. Now maybe it will be. Yes, Massa indeed is being left behind, going into the identity. Good job by Spam, and we have indeed green numbers on the scoreboard. And now we're coming closer to Afi as well, but Afi actually has a good identity too. What about the start jump? Can Spam maybe catch back some time here? As Bram jumps really high, he's slowing down a tiny bit. Spam and Afi both come closer. Now Brand misjudges the drift there and loses a bunch of speed. And this means Afi goes for the overtake, and now Spam and Bren are battling. But as you can see, Bren with another tiny mistake, line mistake there. And now here we have Spam in 7th position. Here we go. We are doing... Wait, why is Worker DNF'd? Anyway, let's focus on the race. Spam is doing really, really well. Now going for an overtake on Afi as well. We are 6th, and look at that. We started out with a little bit of a weak start, but like I said, Spam's pace is really high. And the overtakes are happening. Left and right. Scrappy is our next target. Who currently holds the 5th position, but is about equal with Spam right now. Only 0.4 of a second between the leader, Gwen, and Spam is left. And it is actually, he's catching up to him, which is quite insane. Spam is just on an insane pace right now, and Scrappy is not even on our screen anymore. The overtake has been done successfully. We now have Carl Jr. and Beck out of us. Ooh, but Spam is a little bit of an outside drift. Oh! Gwen is gone. He pulled out of here, and he is definitely not first anymore. Grenadi takes over first place and the fastest lap. Scrappy had a better identity because Spam went with a little bit of an outside drift. But hey, you know, this is still looking incredibly strong for Spam. But look at how close this battle is right now. Binks is going for the attack, and he does go for an overtake on Spam right now. But look at how close everyone is together. It is absolutely crazy insanity here at the start of the TrackMania Grand League. Step number 5, pole party map. We are in lap 4 out of 6, and Spam is just trying to defend his position here right now, but so many people are going for overtakes, and it is so hard to keep track on who is ahead of who here. Bren is in the battle with Spam right now for that top 5 position, and it's, oh sorry, top 6 now. And it seems like he's winning right now, but look at that. It is Binks who is slowing down a little bit. Grenadi is now also with a low amount of speed. And here we go. 4 people basically inside each other. And who is ahead of who, I don't know. But it is one leader here. And his name is Carl Jr. And in 2nd place, it is Beck. The 2 favorites of this season are neck and neck here in the top positions. Spam right now with the 7 on the car, but he goes too far inside, and that's going to cost him so much time. And like I said, if you go slow in the identity and you take the engine curve with a low amount of speed, it's going to cost so much time, and this is going to cost Spam positions here. Tween overtakes, Kappa overtakes, and because Spam is not trained to do this jump with a low amount of speed, he makes a mistake, and we're out of the race. Only Aurel is now behind Spam, and Spam has to make do with 14th position. I am going to zoom in on the battle here in first, because this race is over for Spam, basically. I'm very sorry to say it, but it is just that case with the double mistake in a row there. We will just have to forget about it and go to the next map after this. We have 1.5 lap left to go. Lap 5 for the 6. Pack is in the lead right now, but Carl Jr. and Binks, and who is the other player in the middle there? Because there's another one. Oh no, it's actually... No, wait, there are 4 players. It is Bren who is there, hiding out in the shadows. It is absolutely... I just can't see his name, but he is indeed in there. Let's zoom in on Binks here, who is in the top 4 position. Pack, still leading, but look at how close it is between Pack and Carl Jr. right now. But Pack goes too far inside. It's like Spam is really fast. I should copy his lines, but no, you shouldn't. Oh, but here comes Binks, so fast, going complete with an amount of overspeed through the identity, and he overtakes first place now. Binks is ready to rock and roll, and this is actually really bad news for Spam, because Binks is actually the player who's in 12th position, just ahead of him in the general standings, and will now be extending his lead in the league rankings compared to Spam after the end of this race, if Binks manages to hold on to this first place like he is right now in lap 6 of the 6. Right, over the grass we go. The battle still rages on between Binks and Brent for 1st and 2nd place. Carl Jr. might be Canadian, but he's also French speaking. And it looks like the Frenchies are doing a great job here on pole party here, map number 1. Binks still in the lead by about 0.1 of a second. Here goes Brent for the attack. It's obvious. I don't think this is going to be enough, because the exit speed of Binks will be higher. But look at that. Carl Jr. has pressed B to boost, and he is on his way. Brent is being left behind. But what about Binks, though? He can still hold on to 5th position right now. But maybe Carl Jr. will snipe it away from him in the end. Carl Jr. is thirsty for some 25 pointers here, because he is not even in top 8 in the league rankings. And that's, of course, unacceptable for a player like Carl Jr. And indeed, he went for the overtake on Binks. These three players are basically inside each other. Look at the early lead from Brand. Is this going to be enough to catch up for speed? Will this be enough for Brand or will it be Carl Jr.? No, it will be Carl Jr. in the end who gets 25 points. Gwen takes the fastest lap. Spam is going for the overtake on Kappa and is now close to Papu, but I think he will end up being 13th here in map number 1. Sadly, after that mistake in about halfway through the map, this is costing him a lot of points because he would be in the top 4-ish here, I think, pace-wise. But we have to make do with only 2 points here. The big winners of this map have been Carl Jr. Brand Brinks, scrap between Massa, Muda, and Granadi. What a first map here. Let's quickly go to the second one. And we quietly forget about the first map real quick. Map number 2. It is Vertigo. Vertigo is definitely a map. Of course, incredibly famous for its really, really risky identity, and also the part coming up a little bit after this, where you're going over 2 poles, and both of them are really, really hard. And I say this one is definitely the most riskable, as we already immediately see a bunch of people making mistakes there. And now we've talked with Spam already in the pre-match interview, and he said he's going for another save route. So Spam will be saving these poles, making sure that he doesn't fall off. And just by the fact that he will be one of the 8 players who will make it 6 laps without falling off, that will grant him that top 8 position and get him a nice amount of points. That's honestly all we can hope for, because Spam's pace is not like it is on the previous map where he was really, really fast. This is much more about the consistency and hoping to get a nice amount of points for himself afterwards. It's going to depend a little bit on, first of all, his own pace, but a lot of it will also be how fast the other players are and how safe Spam can really drive. Because if we see a lot of mistakes in the early of the rounds, Spam can take it much more safe. Alright, and we are live. Let's take a look here at Vertigo, map 2 out of 5. Did a little bit of a mistake here in map 1, but we can definitely make up for that one in Vertigo. Spam giving us a nice overview of all the players by getting a gear down at the start. And this means that he will fall behind about 2/10 of a second here. And also getting a little bit of airtime, so continuing to give us a good overview. But what about this wall ride? This is often where Spam gets a nice amount of speed, especially going into the next part. And we do indeed see Spam coming up. Well, never mind, Tween actually got a bunch of overspeed. So that is not going through. But what about this pole part? Let's see here. Kappa slowing down quite a bit. And Spam will sneak that overtake. Ooh, beautifully done here by Spam. And I was saying that he's going to save, but that did not look like he was saving at all. And he is now coming closer indeed, catching back up the difference that he lost at the start. 12th place for him now. Binks, Worker, Kappa, and Massa, all 4 made a huge mistake in the double pole section, and it's only lap number 1. That's what I'm talking about. We only need another one of those laps where 4 other people make mistakes, and Spam is back in the top 8. That's how easy it can be. Good drift here with the step leader so far, Carl Jr. just ahead of Spam right now. Carl Jr. with a great map number 1 is now struggling a little bit together here with Spam in the back of the field, but both of these players not making any huge mistakes, more taking a more safe approach here in Vertigo. Brent takes over the lead with about 0.1 of a second ahead of Gwen. Going into the next part here, of course, the next double pole section is coming up. Who will be the victim here. Let's take a look. Spam taking it nice and safe and very good. Oh, and there go Aurel and Scrappy out of it. Respawn time for them. 6 seconds on the clock because that's how long it takes to get back into the race if you make a mistake right there. And that means Spam, yoink, yoink, goes into 10. Oh, backstraying a little bit. Oh, but he holds on though. But look at that. And we're back in top 8. It's as easy as it can be. Just don't make a mistake. It's that easy. You know, I could be a TrackMania Grand League player here. It's just the tactics, you know, don't have to have an insane IQ. You need to not make mistakes here on a map like Vertigo. We're still racing with Carl Jr. here. This time around, though, for 7th position. Ooh, nice low jump by Spam here. And that's going to gain him a nice amount of speed, especially compared to Carl Jr. going into the next wall ride. And Spam overtakes for 7th place. And that is good to see. But what about the next upcoming pole section? In the meantime, we have Brand taking the lead. But yes, 1 whole second of a lead compared to Afi on 2nd place. Spam going very low. Very good. Carl Jr. risking it a little bit as well. But Spam is definitely no slouch. And look at that. We're immediately in top 6 because, yes, we have more mistakes. Afi gone, I think. He's definitely falling quite behind. I don't know exactly who is making mistakes. But people are making mistakes. Tween! Tween is... No! And Spam makes a mistake. But this is a really good part to make a mistake. Because the respawn is almost nothing. Brand, where are you going? What a carnage on this map. Spam makes a mistake, respawns, but it's still in 6th position. What is going on right now? Oh, 4.5 seconds between Spam and the leader Papu right now. Because Brand is out of it, as we've seen already a little bit of go. And now Papu takes over the lead. He has 1 second on Muda. And Spam is in 6th right now, even after making a respawn. But like I said already, on a good position. And might I give a little bit of attention to the player in 16th position right now. Massa falling a tiny little bit behind, getting lapped by the other players because Massa is now 7 seconds behind. Oh boy. Alright, Grenadi going full risk for some reason and is going for an overtake on Spam. You know what? That is fine because Spam is still strong here in the 7th place. Massa on 93 seconds. It looks like he DC'd, to be honest. I'm making a little bit of fun. But if he DC'd, that looks like a DC. Okay, I'm withdrawing my previous statement. I'm sorry, chat. It was funny if Massa was actually making mistakes, but if he DCs, that's quite sad. Alfie takes the new best lap. And he is trying to catch back up because he's now in 13th place. But if he takes the fastest lap, I mean, he can get some overtakes and get maybe back into the top 8. In the meantime, Spam is holding strong in 7th place right now. He has about a second to Binks, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed. Look at this. That is a good gap to have. And Binks is 8, not 9. So this is a good position for Spam to drive in Vertigo, which is not one of his best maps, as he said already. He would be happy with the top 8 and is looking to get one right now. Let's go into the next pole section. Just take it nice and safe. Oh, boy. Oh, I jinxed it a little bit here. Ooh. No! Okay. Oh, it would have been fine if the double respawn didn't come in. If the double respawn didn't come in, it would have been okay. Because he was still in 9th. But now it is kind of over. Oh, boy. And now we're back in very far behind us. 14th place. Low speed over the engine cut block. And again, we are in lap 5. And the race is over for Spam. Let's take a look at the leaders here. It is now Papu and Gwen going for the 25 pointers. Afi has the fastest lap, but he is still in 12th place. So that's going to be hard for him to catch back up. Let's see who takes... Oh my god, that's going to be a molding from Gwen right there. Respawning and making the exact same mistake. Look at the speed he loses. Oh, so many positions are gone. And that is quite unfortunate for him. In the meantime, we have the race for first. Oh, Papu! Oh my god, he almost falls off, but somehow makes it stick. And he is still first, but look at the speed loss. Muda is coming from him all the way from Australia. But Carl Jr. also pressing B to boost over the entry cut block. And now the race is on for the 25 points. Is Carl Jr. going to take it again? Or will it be Papu this time around? Oh, Papu is struggling. Muda's going for it. Is Muda going to snipe or will it be Papu? No, Papu has the better end and will get the 25 point. But look at that, Carl Jr. with 22. He is back. Spam following in the footsteps of Massa right now in solidarity. And, yeah. You know, I can feel the tilt from here. I can feel it from here. We get the full 1 point in the pocket for Spam here, getting a whopping 3 points so far after 2 maps. We will be having Clash, so that is a nice break for Spam to reset his mind a little bit. But I gotta be honest, this might not have been the best start to a step. You know, could have been better. Right, and here we go into Clash, and that means it is time for you, chat, to play and control the car. The instruction will be on the screen momentarily. And one thing, tiny thing, is that only the moderators will be able to respawn, which I will be doing if we get stuck at any point. So if the car is like stuck to the wall or anything, we are gonna respawn. Other than that, I'll leave you guys steering in the chat. My tip is always, first of all, we have water here, so that's gonna be interesting. And second of all, if you type something, it will take a little bit for it to register and then get on into TrackMania. And then it will take some time for it for my stream to get to you back again. So there's quite a bit of seconds delay. So keep that in mind when you type left, that it needs to be a couple seconds before the turn is even coming. Alright, other than that, of course, we know 5 hats in the chat already. You are gonna do fine. We set a record last week. Let's see if we can break it once again. Let's go. Right, going for the inside approach here, as you can see. I don't know why all the other players are invisible, but in the water they're gone. Oh no, they're invisible because we're ahead of everyone. You know, I'll take it. Oh, the chat is doing really well, as you can see. Ooh, double boosters here. Can we get into the checkpoint? We do indeed, and thank you, Kelly, for your subscription to Spam. 15 months already. That's a lot of months. Has Spam been with Alliance for that long time already? That is quite insane. But thanks for resub. And now, oh, we are not stuck yet. We're gonna keep going, and we are 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the field right now. Spam getting the 25 pointer on the Clash map, as you can see. This looks scary. Okay, the target is acquired. These double lanes here. Oh, I think we will be on time driving right. A little bit of ice here going in the water. I'm gonna let chat struggle a little bit here. Respawning in 3. Chat, I'm respawning. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we can do this. Tween jumping in the air right there. Oh. Not stuck. Can we go to the right on time? No. Let's see if chat can fix this one by going back a little bit and then forth. Can we do it? Okay, we are going back. Orel finishes, but we can get second. This is looking really good, chat. Oh! Uh-oh. Yeet! We did it! We got second place! Drake in the chat for the chat, guys. 5 hat to you. We did it. One little respawn, but we did it. And that is indeed a new record for us. Second place, I think. Quite insane. Easy. Papu and Worker jumping in the air. Does Papu make it? No, he doesn't. Gwen? No! He did not make it. Ooh, Kappa has finished. Is anyone else close? Tween. Papu is on his way, it looks like. Papu, can he do it? I mean, I can just spectate other people. We've been so good that we're... Oh! It looks like Papu is making it. And he does indeed make it. Afi? Oh! No! He jumps too high. Tween. Has a good approach here. Yeets up. Yeets up again. Ooh, I don't think he stays in. No, he doesn't. What? Grenadi's doing his own thing right now. Where's Gwen? Here. Gwen yeets. That's going to be outside. That's going to be outside. All right, RL wins, but we are second place. We are second place. Let's go into... Yeah, MyGJ's chat is first. Yeah, that's actually really good. Okay. The next map will be Pool Slide. Let's take a look at the map preview. Alright, this step has been a little bit of a disaster so far, with Spam now being on 3 points. Yes, last in the step ranking so far. Oof. Not too great, but hey, we have 2 more maps left, and then we have the multiplier. And if you get a 5x, I mean, you only need a couple of points for it to be a really good step, because 5x really multiplies that. And of course, Poolside has been a map where Spam is very confident on, so you might see some good performing here by our Dutch player. Warming up right now on this map. We have about 1.5 minutes left, so the map preview really... we can basically do it again. Of course, we had the map win last week on this map itself, where, well, I mean, we would have probably gotten second if Binks didn't do a little oopsie. Still though, Spam was very strong on this map, and hopefully we'll do so again. And we have been doing very well in the clash, and it has been proven mathematically, and that there is a causal link, not a correlation, just literally a causal link between how well you do in clash and how well the player will do afterwards in the step. Conclusion. Concluded evidence. There's just nothing you can do. It's just the truth. Right, 30 seconds left, and indeed Spam is going for the drift approach, as we've been known to do. And honestly, I think it is a better approach. It looks safer, and also it looks faster, which that's a double whammy right there. All right, 10 seconds, and then we're going to go live poolside by Kisla. And yeah, just, you know, there is a 3 right there on the scoreboard, but let's just ignore it and pretend like we are just starting the step. And we're live with TrackMania Grand League step number 5. Map 1 out of 2 of the point accumulation phase. And some people have been giving points already for some reason. I don't know why, but here we go. Now it is time for Spam to shine. With a good start already. And in the green numbers we are. Good left jump here by Spam, and now Carl Jr. is in the lead, but look, he's gone. Carl Jr. has decided to give up and his streak, and now Spam takes over for first place. Afi has the overspeed, but Spam will have the lower jump line, and it looks so scary, but he does make it. Aurel has a better dirt approach though, so Spam has to give away some positions, but Spam is on a good start here, and you don't see that a lot. from our Alliance player. So it's good to see that he is on a good start. We are now in lap 101, and we will see the first little drift turn here. And a lot of players are actually going for the release into no grip-ish, no slide thing. But as you can see, it does seem like Spam's line is faster. Going into the first identity. Takes it nice and good. Spam is the number 1 on the scoreboard right now. He is on his way to a 25-pointer. Takes the fastest lap, of course, because he is the best. Now, we have a little bit of a battle going on between Spam and the wheel player Grenadi, who has been doing incredibly well in this season so far, especially as a rookie. So good job for him. But now it is time for Spam to go for the overtake with so much overspeed going into this turn. It is not just the case, however, as Grenadi holds strong in that first place. Over the dirt we go. Spam going for the inside approach here, making sure that he keeps the grip in the downhill. Grenadi extending his lead a tiny bit, but Spam is still holding strong in second place. Scrappy wants to be a part of it here, and he goes for the overtake. But it is still not solid set in stone, as the players are just going back and forth right now. Again, Spam going for the inside line. Gives him a nice approach here, going into it. Scrappy going for the water bounce, and we just have 3 different lines here in the top 3. And Spam's line takes off as the best one. Going into the checkpoint now. We have some jumpers, we have some low jumpers, and now Spam is in a battle for first place with Grenadi, with Pack, with Afi, with Gwen, with Bren, with everyone it seems. Oh, what is going on? Everyone is so incredibly close together. Pack with the fastest lap. He claws his way back into the race. Excuse me. Sorry, I misspoke. Don't worry, I don't have corona. And here we go. Over. Oh, demonetized. Unlucky. Grant is now in first place. Grant is now in first place. Grenadi in second. Spam struggling a little bit, losing some time, but he is still in the top 8, as you can see. Oh, manages to keep his grip with a little bit of airtime. Gonna cost some more time. Spam struggling a tiny bit, but still green numbers on his car. Afi now slowing down quite a bit. This might be the opportunity for Spam to close in and get back into 6th position. But with Spam's pace, he might catch back up to all of these players. But Jake is second here to take in. How crazy it is that 5 people after 3 laps are just inside each other on poolside. That is the TrackMania Grand League right here. This is what I'm talking about. 16 players all on an insane level. All 16 can do this. It is just absolutely crazy and insane to see. And now we have Spam giving us not only a beautiful overview, but also a point of view of the best player on the field, because he keeps catching back up to these players right now. Pack is once again with the fastest lap and is now in number 1 position. Spam holding strong at 6, but look at that Bren struggling a tiny bit, and this might be the opportunity for Spam here. Yes, indeed, goes for the inside line. Is this going to be enough? It does seem to be in the case, because Spam has more speed going into the next part, and he does indeed keep Bram behind him. Muda going for the outside approach. He has learned that from Afi, and of course he will get a bunch of overspeed. Spam has to be okay with 5th position right now. Oh, Muda has a little bit of a wonky landing right there, and loses some time. And here comes Spam with more overspeed compared to the Australian. It is now a battle for 4th position between Spam and Muda, as Pack, Gren and Grenadi battle it out for the top 3 positions. What will be happening here in the next turn? We all see some different approach here. Pack and Spam going for the same approach, and Gwen and Grenadi going for the same approach. Spam leaving Muda behind him. We are now in identity 4 out of 6. Look at the overspeed of Spam going into the first identity here. Grenadi is still ahead of him, but Spam's identity does seem a little bit faster, and he comes closer to the German. Not enough yet to go for any overtakes, but Spam is holding strong here in the top 4 position, which is a really nice position to be in. Outside approach here by both Gwen and Spam, taking more speed. Yes, Muda overtakes Spam temporarily, but look at that. Look at the speed. And Spam is back in the race. Jumping quite nice and wide here. Bumping a little bit over the dirt, and Spam is just so fast. The pace is beautiful. Only less than a second between Spam and Pack here, who is currently the race leader. Gwen is in a solid 2nd position, but look at that. Spam is coming closer to the bronze medalist Grenadi right now. And every turn he does, he comes a little bit closer. We are now in lap 5 out of 6, just 1.5 laps left to go as we drive over the finish line of pool side. Let's take a look at the next drift turn here. Pack's not the best. Grenadi and Spam basically take it equal here. But what about this identity? Oh my god, that was so close, I cannot even. But Spam is still in the race. And look at that, the best exit here for Spam. Pack takes another fastest lap. This guy is on another level right now. But that doesn't matter, because the race is on for third place. Spam is in third right now, and it's solidly in third. As you can see, Grenadi and Muda are being left behind. Gwen is in second place, and he's quite far behind. Oh, sorry, ahead. And we have 1 lap left to go. It is honestly up to Spam here to defend this bronze medal right now. Let's take a look. The gap between Grenadi and Spam, as you can see, not too big, but it's getting quite solid here already. Spam forgets how to go through the triangle as he struggles a little bit on the dirt. Now he's losing some time here, so Grenadi is sniffing out the opportunity to maybe go for an overtake in the end. Spam, in the meantime, is still in third position, but it is so incredibly close. Muda is also in the mix as well. What? Oh, look. Woo! That was crazy right there, that line by Spam. Look at the amount of grip he gets so fast was absolutely insane. And that means he is in a great position to get the third place right now. And he does so indeed. Another great performance on pole side by Spam. We are back into this step right now, getting 20 points. Now that's what I'm talking about. That early grip, I don't know how he did it, but that was just insane. It really just like, there was a little bit of pressure by Grenadi and Muda, and Spam's like, you know what? I got this. And he got it right there. Alright, in the step ranking right now, as we are moving on to the new map, and I cannot see the step ranking. I want to talk about it a little bit, but hey, that's going to be hard. But hey, that was a good map for Spam, and we are definitely back into it. If we get another top 8 here, and then we get a sick multiplier, honestly, that is going to be a sick step already. Triple digits already achievable, even if Spam gets 0 points on this map, because the 5x multiplier is there. In the step ranking, we now have Muda with 54 points, Grenadi with 52, Pack 49, and Carl Jr. 48. Tween, hello, Tween is back, 48 points in the league ranking. He's still last, but a lot better this time around. 48 points to Tween, nice to see him coming back from the bottom of the scoreboard, trying to get some points for himself. Good to see. Then we have Gwen, Massa, and Papu all doing well. Of course, Spam did not start out correctly here in the first 2 maps, but here we have him on 23 points on 13th place. We now have Launchpad. Let's take a look at the map preview. Right, Launchpad, and as we know, of course, last week this was the two-lapper where you get the multipliers, and yes, we did not see Spam take any. But if you remember from last week, he was quite strong on it, even though he said he didn't feel like this was one of his best maps. I honestly thought he was doing quite well in the multiplier step, getting close to 1 multiple times. And maybe this can translate into a nice performance on Launchpad in the 6-lapper format. We'll have to see. The race is starting. We are live on map 4 out of 5. This will be the last map where we can accumulate points. And then, of course, we're going into the multiplier map. We are on our way. Some people are going up high, taking over Gwen's line, Gwen's approach. And for some, this is paying off. And for others, it is not. Spam is in the middle of the race right now. Yes, it says 10th, but I mean, it's just so many back and forth right now. Especially here on the ice, we will see some differences coming up. Spam not with the fastest ice slide, but look at this. The approach here is really good. Can ice slide all the way till the end. And that is so fast that he actually has to release in the next turn, costing him some time. So, you know, hey, you take some, you lose some. But he is definitely still in the race. No huge mistakes yet. We are just playing from the back a little bit here. All right, in 14th position right now, only half a oh, that was a new slide and a half right there. That was an insane save by Spam. Honestly, I'm impressed. There's just these tiny things. Really, like, some people would just crash there. But no, Spam is still in the race because he was able to react. And that is very impressive. He is now in 12th position as Brent struggles a tiny bit. Worker is not within most amount of speed going out of the identity. Out of the start. And Spam is back in the race here. That is a confidence boost if you can save a line approach like that, honestly. And look at that. Not a good ice slide by Spam here. Overtaking some people. Good approach here as well. Oh, I love to see it. Absolutely beautiful. And Spam takes over Bren and is now back in 9. Almost the green numbers on the board already. And Spam's pace is picking up. It is a little bit of a gap here before we get into the top 8 with any mistake, maybe. Or Spam just drives a little bit. You know what? A mistake is enough. Oh. No, I don't mean that Spam needs to make a mistake. Sorry. I misspoke a little bit there. Muda takes the fastest lap. Spam is in the left position. Yes, that was a tiny bit of a bounce, but only 0.8 of a second between him and top 8. Catch-upable. 11th position for Spam right now. That is only Girl Jr. Grenadi still ahead of him. And then, of course, Brand holding the 8th position. It is definitely not over. Muda takes over the lead. Has the fastest lap and is also in the number 1 place. Also already with the best step so far with 54 points. He is in the step ranking on the number 1. And yeah, the Australian is doing a good job here. Worker struggling on the ice. Here comes Spam. Coming closer and maybe going for an overtake on Worker. It's not the case just yet because the gap is just a little bit too big. But we are getting a glimpse of hope here. As we are in lap 306. That's still quite a bit of laps to go. And only 1 second between Spam and top 8. Identity coming up. Spam needs a good one. Takes it well here going into it. And we are reactor boosting all over the place. Can we get a little bit of a yeet going into the next part? Not really, but also not losing any ground. Massa going up really high here, going for the grand line. But look at that, Spam has more speed than Worker. And he comes closer and closer. And this is exactly what we want to see here. Spam needs to go for some overtakes as soon as possible before this map is over. We want to be in top 8 because that's where you get 10 points instead of 5. That's a lot more. 15 points instead of 5. That's a 10-point gap. And this is why we are aiming for the top 8 position. Ooh, over the ice we go. Not the best one, but a pretty good one. The gap is now only 0.5 of a second, which it was a second a little bit ago. So this is already improving quite a bit, even though it does look a little bit grim looking at the standings right now. See a little bit of struggling right there by Worker, but no, he is still in the race. Did he touch? No, he didn't touch, but that was like 0.1 millimeters between Spam and the wall right there. Oh boy. Again, good identity by Spam here. Carl Jr. is now struggling a tiny bit. And he slows down. The fastest lap is by Afi right now, who has... it's actually behind Spam right now. He's trying to catch back up. Full risk because... Oh, Bran! What? He must have clipped. He is out of the race. And that means Spam goes for the sneaky overtake right there. He is now in top 10. That means only 2 players left. Between Spam and the green numbers. We are in lap 5 out of 6, so it is about time for Spam to go for some overtakes. But look at this, he's coming closer indeed. The pace is being turned on. Only 0.4 of a second between Spam and the top 8 right now. And that is once again less than we checked last time. So the pace is definitely there, but the laps are running out. So it is a little bit tight here, but Spam had a later pit stop. His tires are still nice. You know, he can really work them. And talking about working them, Worker is slowing down a bit. Oh, and Spam goes so close, fully risking it. He has nothing to lose. As you can see, Worker is being left behind. Tween is struggling. We are in lap 6 of the 6, and Spam is in it to win it right now. 0.06 of a second left for Spam to get back into the top 8, and it is Tween defending it right now. Over the grass we go, Grenadi. Also not with the best approach, but we need a good ice slide by Spam now. Good inside approach. This is looking good going into it. Nice side slide by the Alliance player. But what about this second part? Once again, really good. Not taking any penalties slow. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, he has to release, of course, a little bit. Otherwise, you don't make this turn. So that's going to cost him some time once again. Tween is now 0.24 seconds ahead of Spam. So it is going to be tight. Spam needs to push it now. And Tween needs to defend. This might force Tween into a mistake as well. Of course. Because Tween knows that the heat is under him. Last identity coming up. Who will be taking it? Will Spam be able to go for some overtakes? It looks like we are going full hopium here for some mistakes because... What? Oh, Grenadi! Grenadi makes a mistake and Spam goes for the overtake on Grenadi, but it's not going to be enough because actually Bren overtakes Spam in the end out of the freaking nowhere. Bren snipes the top 8 place. Oh my god. It is so close yet so far. And we have to make do with only 5 points instead of 15. Bren is an absolute mad lad. I gotta give it to him. That was insane. But we have to go for a little bit of a talk here with Bren in the end. Let's make sure he doesn't do that again in the future. Because Spam really needs to get some points here and Bren is denying them. Oh boy, Grenade giving away a top 8 position, so it was given to Spam on the golden platter, but of course his identity was not that strong, so Brent saw the opportunity and sniped it away. We are just gonna quickly move on. You know, 5 points, actually, that is a decent amount, because the... copium. But yeah, Spam is now ending up on 28. With a 5x multiplier, that's a decent step. So let's get that 5x multiplier. The map preview of Bold Holes is coming up. Let's take a look at it. Oh, there we go. It is time for the multiplier map. Of course, the format changes up a little bit right now. We are gonna go into a mode where we are playing 2 laps per round. All the players are gonna start at the same time. We play 2 laps. The player who finishes first at the end of the 2 laps will be the winner of the round. That player will get one of the multipliers that you can see at the top of the screen once we go live. We have 4 2x multipliers to be given away. If you win, you cannot play afterwards. So once you get a multiplier, it's over and out. You cannot get any more. You cannot deny. You lock it in. After the 2x multipliers are given away, we will be moving to 2 rounds of 3x's, then a 4x, and then a 5x multiplier. And that last one is really, really big, of course. Let's go live into the first one. The first 2x multiplier to be given away. 1 out of 4. The only player who gets it is the player who gets first after 2 laps. Who will be the player? We'll have to see. Over the plastic we go. Oh, yeet! One of the players yeeting up right there. That's going to be a DNF for Massa himself. The big Mosso will not be able to deny Spam a multiplier in this round at least. And this might be the opportunity for Spam to get one then. Alright. In the middle of the pack for right now, S-Pack is actually the one who's leading. Inside approach here. A lot of tight turns for all the players. Everyone going pedal to the metal right now. There is no time to lose. Going full risk, of course, because it is first or nothing. Carl Jr. in the lead so far, but it is quite close in the top. Spam right now, 0.25 seconds behind. Catch-upable, but maybe we just want to let this 2x go. Over at 5x? That's maybe wishful thinking. We'll be happy with any multiplier, as always. Oh, we see a mistake right there. Spam moving into 7th place, but that is not first. Next one going up. Kappa is in the lead right now, takes it the best. And he has the fastest lap, of course. Kappa right now with 26 points. A little bit of a worse of a step than Spam. But a 2x multiplier will make it a decent step for him. Oh, yeet again. Who was that? I think it was Binks? Or Worker probably, actually. Who yeets up. And right now, the battle rages on. It is Kappa and Muda for first and second place. Oh, we have Carl Jr. for an incredibly low jump. But too low indeed. He is out of the race. Muda makes a mistake. Spam keeps coming closer and closer now, actually, to the multiplier. But of course, still, Kappa, Pack, and Brand left. Nope, Kappa and Pack left here. Spam puts himself into a position where he can pick up the scraps if somehow Kappa and Pack make a mistake. But we need some luck going Spam's way here for Spam to get this 2x multiplier. Kappa, though, looks about to lock it in as Spam makes a mistake, slows down quite a bit. I'm gonna keep eyes on Spam here. Yeah, I'm zooming in because there are too many people overtaking Spam because he clips like once again. It is now Kappa's multiplier to be given away. If he doesn't take it, Pack will happily take it over, but no. It will be Kappa who takes the first 2x multiplier, multiplying his 26 points by 2 and getting 52 for himself at the end of the step. A good time by Kappa here, definitely trained it and is happy to be taking a 2x multiplier, getting 52 points. Let's take a sneak preview here at the league ranking. Indeed, he overtakes Tween right now. Let's go into the next rounds, where there is another 2x multiplier to be given away. Of course, the second 2x multiplier out of 4 2x multipliers to be given away. Yes, numbers are not confusing. Alright, here we go. And Spam has a good start. Of course, not as good as Muda right now, but a good one. Going outside, taking as much speed as possible. Can he carry all this all the way into the jump? Nice and low here by Spam. Pushing it to the limit. Good approach here as well. Of course, all the players are going full ham right now. And it is just... man, it is so hard to get one of these multipliers because all of these players are so incredibly fast. None of them, like if they make a mistake, yeah, sure, they're out of it. But look at the speed, look at the pace. It is just really hard to keep up. In the lead right now, we have the Australian, 79 points, and he is... oh, Spam makes a mistake on the inside. He will be out of it. But yeah, Muda with the best 4 maps strategy. Wicked stunt here by Muda, but of course he will be out of it. Binks, rip as well. What? No. Binks was not rip until he did that turn right there. Now Pack takes over the lead here. 50 points for him. And decent step, especially with a 2x multiplier. Will be getting triple digits for Pack if he gets it. Afi in the mix as well for that multiplier this time around as Grenadi and Carl Jr. move into position to get the yoink if the top players make any kind of mistakes. Actually, Carl Jr. is just going full ham for it. Oh my god, Carl Jr. is on a roll right now. Look at this, the speed is here. And he is pressuring Pack and Afi and just casually overtakes the first place. It is now still a battle here between Carl Jr., Pack, and Afi. For the 2x multiplier, all of them really would like one, but especially Carl Jr. and Pack here, 65 and 50 points would be very nice to multiply that one. But look at this. Afi is pushing it to the limit right now, trying to deny Carl Jr. and get one for himself. But it's not going to be enough just yet. Carl Jr. going through the first identity. This is his multiplier to be given away, but look at that. Afi is actually a little bit faster. Will Carl Jr. get the lower airtime and therefore the win? Or will it be Afi? It will be Afi indeed. No. Afi is going Giga Chat and gives away the 2x multiplier to Grenadi. Afi, what are you doing? Afi does not want free 30 points. He wants more. Grenadi gets the multiplier at the end. Not even Carl Jr., who looked to be in a position. But no, his last identity jump was not too good. And Grenadi risked it for the biscuit. And he got it because Afi gave it to him on the silver platter. Let's go into the next round. And let's actually follow Spam. Here we go. It falling behind a tiny bit, but follow up 0.1. But hey. No biggie, catch up as well. We have 6 multipliers left. Grenadi and Kappa taking the first 2. Grenadi with another good step here. 112 points. Grenadi just keeps getting good steps. It's crazy. Alright, 0.3 of a second here between Spam and the leader, Tween. Tween is in the lead right now, 64 points. He is on the bottom of the scoreboard if he multiplies it right now. Pack and Spam training together, taking the same lines. Not sure why they did that one though. It is definitely not faster. Gwen has 50 points gathered in the first 4 maps. Is now looking to multiply that by a 2. Going from right to left here, Gwen and Tween go both full risking the identity. Bran taking somewhat safer points, but look at that, beautifully done here by Bran. Nice from right to left, and also getting a nosedive for lower airtime. And this is paying off already as he is overtaking Tween, and now Gwen is the next target. Gwen with 42 points. Wants some of that juicy multiplier, although I must say I like the number 42 quite a bit. It is the answer after all. Nice low jump. Oh, and as you maybe could have seen from the bottom of the screen right there, Gwen clips it, and that means that Bren is now quite a bit of in the lead. With Tween, the only one really close, about 0.2 of a second behind him right now. So it is definitely between these 2 players for the 2x multiplier. Gotta be honest, I'm kind of rooting for Tween here. Would be cool to see him do well. On the other hand, he's also now becoming a competitor to Spam on the scoreboard if he does so well. So, you know, we'll just have to see how the cookie crumbles. Bran is in the lead, but Tween is coming closer. Good inside line here by Tween. Look at that! Oh, Tween is going for it. Left to right as well. Tween is giving nothing to Bran here. And he is just getting the lead. Will he lock it in? He does so indeed. The triple digit step for Tween is locked in. And he is back into the TrackMania Grand League. Wow, what an identity by Tween here. Well-deserved 2x multiplier for him. Getting himself to a nice and juicy 128 points at the end of the step. And look at that. Tween overtakes Spam right now in the league ranking for 13th position. He was 16 before this step. Very good here for Tween. Not so good for Spam. There are still multipliers to be given away. Even a single multiplier will get back Spam's position here in 13. Yeah, Tween definitely with a nice step here, 64 times 2. Nothing to be complaining about. Oh my god! The triple clip in the pool! That was actually quite impressive how all the players did exactly the same thing. Alright, but here we go. We have one more 2x multiplier to be given away, and Carl Jr. looks to be the one who wants to claim it. 65 points for him. He's like, you know what? Tween has 128. I can do better. I want 130. Spam going for a nice outside-inside approach, getting a lot of speed over the penalty dirt. Now with the inside here. Carl Jr., yes, he is in the lead, but look at that. Spam is in a solid 2nd place. We mentioned already in the pre-match interview, he does know how to do what Tween did in the previous session. But he's taking it safe so far. Wants to feel out the pace of Pack and Carl Jr. Might not be the best decision, I gotta be honest. They're kind of known for their pace, but hey, you know, gotta feel it out. And maybe Spam will be risking it for the 2x in the end. Back right now on an insane pace. Is almost 0.3 ahead of Carl Jr. and Worker. But what about this jump? This is of course always very important, and Spam takes it really well. Comes a little bit closer. But look at that. Who is there to snipe Spam once again? It is Bran, who sniped Spam for the top 8 one map ago and is once again looking to snipe Spam in this 2x multiplier. Of course, I mean, we still have Pack in the lead. But hey, Spam is coming closer to Worker and Carl Jr. right now. And if he can go for the overtake on both Worker and Rose Jr. and Peck makes a mistake, we have the multiplier. Oh, and there goes Peck who makes the mistake! Now it is up to Spam to risk it for the biscuit. Can he get the 2x? Good right to left. Gets more speed. Worker is fast as well. But once again, Spam is a good approach. Will this be the 2x multiplier? Spam just faster, but oh no, it's going to be Worker. And it is 300ths of a second. And Worker gets the incredible 2x multiplier, getting himself a whole 8 points. Oh, the second. I want... Eric Holdal, if you're out there, I want a statistic on how many times people have gotten second in the multiplier stage. Because I'm sure Spam will top the charts. It's crazy how many times he gets second. But hey, it's all part of the plan. Because the 2x, that's for noobs. No, the 3x is where the Giga Chats get their multipliers. Alright? And it is now time for Spam to get one. Look at that. The other 3x is where the real players get their multipliers. It's not this one. We're going for 4x and 5x. Exactly, chat. You get it. Alright, back once again here. In the lead. Can he do it? Also, interestingly enough, Afi, who DNF'd a 2x, is now not even... He has not been... Yeet! Okay, they're out. Just going way too fast in this identity. But he has not been close to another one. The 3x this time around also. Yeah, okay, now he's getting closer because so many mistakes are happening. But yeah, definitely Gwen and Papu here on a good roll. Gwen looking good here. He has 50 points. Not as good as his last step, but still a very good amount of points to get. With a 3x, that would be a solid step here for Gwen if he can lock it in. Papu, of course, on 49. Basically equal as good. So, though both of these players would love to just get that 3x real quick. Right, here we go. A little bit of a nosedive here for Gwen. Looks good for him. He has 0.3 of a second between him and Papu. Okay, interesting approach here by Papu, going lower, and ooh, the exit speed definitely not there, but this might be the Grandmaster's plan to get a... How did he not touch that? Papu has a different car skin and his hitbox is changed, but that's just not... Oh my god, no way, Gwen just... Oh my god, dude. Oh, Kek L in the chat because Gwen just clips it in the end. He is molding all the way, losing hair at 17 years old. Says bye-bye to a free 100 points right there. And Papu says, thank you very much for that 3 points. Alright, there are 3 multipliers to be given away. A 3x, a 4x, and a 5x. It might be time for Spam to get one of those. Let's see what he can do in this round. Being in 9th position right now, 0.2 behind the leader. Oh, jumps very low. Clips, but no problem. The second clip is a little bit more unfortunate though. He is still in the race, but loses about 0.7 of a second. That means Spam needs to go full ham, full risking to even consider getting first here. But hey, he didn't at least crash. We're gonna keep following Spam here in this round because of course it is all about can he get this multiplier. He is still in the race. Gets a good first place identity. Afi is out of it. He touched his with his roof on the identity. And yeah, that's definitely not going to be okay. And that means we're going to zoom in on the leader here. And it is Big Massa himself, the Mosso. Can he get the multiplier right now so he doesn't deny the 5x from Spam? That would be beautiful. I mean, okay. That was the biggest yeet I've seen in a long time right there. What just happened? Okay. Pack is looking to get a 3x multiplier right now. 50 points for him. As you can see, Muda and Aurel are battling for second place in case Pax makes some kind of mistake, which he has done a couple of times on the two lappers. So definitely worth fighting over the second place right now. As you can see, Muda going from outside to inside, netting him more speed. But will this be too much speed going into the first place identity? Because this is... No, because Muda is smart and releases. It's that easy. Of course, this will lose speed compared to Scrappy. And it will be Pack who takes the win here. Yeah, just solid. No one can come close. Pack takes the win. Nice. Extra 100 points for Pack here. And he takes over the step leader. A step leader now with 150 points. Pack has seems to have figured out how to get multipliers. And is making use of that skill. Alright. The 4x multiplier. It is time for Spam to get that sweet 4x and get the triple digits. And here we go. Decent start here by Spam. Not in the lead, but definitely in the mix. And with the overspeed comes a little bit closer. Now it is all about this low jump and Spam takes it nice. No clipping. Good and solid performance here. Good job by Spammiej going for overtakes left and right. And he is now in the bronze medal position. Gwen has a pressed B to boost start. I don't know how else to describe it. He is just on a league of his own right now. As the rest of the players are battling for scraps. Battling for that second place. Hoping for a grand mistake. Through the wall right we go. Spam is now 0.28 behind Gwen. 0.3 now. Nice outside inside approach. Taking a little bit of more of a middling approach there by Spam. Going full risk because that means he has a higher amount of speed. And he does touch. He is still in the race-ish. No, doesn't make it. That means we are going for the 5x. All strategy. 5x strategy. Gwen on the 4x right now. And keep in mind, guys, if Gwen doesn't make any mistake, it's all for nothing anyway. Spam might as well just make a mistake here. Because Gwen is just so far ahead. And he is just on another level right now. And it's honestly his multiplier to give away. He has the 4x in the back pocket right now. He just needs to lock that stuff in. 50 points for him. If he gets the 4x, that's a 200 point step for Gwen. Following Binks right now, who is the closest competitor to Gwen with about 0.4 behind. Binks is full risking it right now. Trying to get closer to his countryman, but it is so hard to do. Can Gwen do it? He still has about 0.4 of a gap. And we're coming closer to the last identity here. And here we go. Identity coming up. Gwen, take it safe. And you have it. Oh, Binks makes the mistake. And now Afi is the one who gets the free 4x if Gwen makes a mistake. But it does look, looking at the approach, like Gwen gets it. And he does so indeed. Solidly performed by Gwen here. Gets himself 50 times 4 equals 200 points. And here we go. The 5x multiplier. The last round. I need some praise in the chat. The 5x multiplier. Only one last multiplier to be given away. 9 players are still on the battlefield right now. Can Spam get the 5x? And that is a yeet from Muda. Muda, who has the best step of all in the map accumulation points, DNFs, and his dream is out. His dream of a huge step is over. But what about the other players? Oh, Spam takes it nicely here. My hands are in my hair right now. I almost cannot watch. It is so incredibly close. Spam only 0.1 behind the leader. All of these players are so close to each other right now. And everyone really, really wants it because it is all or nothing in this round. Aurel is out of it. Only 25 points for him in this step. Spam gets a good amount of speed going into the first part of the identity. Binks takes over the lead right now. Scrappy in second place. And then Carl Jr. and Spam. Oh my god, it's so close. Carl Jr. and Spam are in third and fourth. Carl Jr. is bumping, but is somehow still in it. Did not get an acceleration penalty, and therefore is still somewhat in the race, although he falls behind. Binks and Scrappy are battling for the 5x, and Spam is lurking in the shadows. It is going to be hard for Spam here, and he needs a little bit of luck. But he has positioned himself decently in this 5x multiplier, hoping for some mistakes, and he could get it. Of course, Carl Jr. is no slouch and will not be giving away his third place position that well easily as well. And indeed, goes for the overtake on Spam right now. It is looking a little bit more bleak every turn we do because Bing, Scrappy and Carl Jr. all three need to make a mistake. This seems like a leap, but it is possible. It is possible as we're coming closer and closer to that finish line. Bing still holding strong on the 5x multiplier. Scrappy is doing all he can to catch back up. And that means these two players are pressuring each other. Gives some hope. Going into the first identity, sorry, in the last identity, the 5x multiplier. Who will be taking it? Binks does successfully take the first one. Does successfully take the second one. And it looks like Binks will be our 5x victory winner. And Spam will have another step with no multipliers here. Sad indeed. It is not meant to be right now, as Binks is our step winner with 225 points, which is just another double slap in the face, because not only does Spam not perform well here, the players around him do. Tween overtakes Spam on the scoreboard. Binks shoots himself in the top 7. It is looking bleak, guys. What can I say? Unlucky. Yeah. It's fine, guys. 500 points next week, Copium. Exactly. That's really all about it. Yeah, and let's talk to Spam real quick after this step. Hi, Spam. Yeah, it just didn't work out this time, right?
Nope. It definitely did not. I mean, I did good on poolside. That was
yeah,
that was nice.
That was good.
But yeah, I mean, pool party. I was doing good, and then I crashed, and I was out of the flow, and that jump, I jumped high because I thought I didn't have enough speed. Well, you know how it is if you crash and you're not used to the speed that you have, and
exactly.
Yeah, well,
it throws you off, and you don't know exactly how you need to jump it because it's probably the first time you do it with that amount of speed.
Yeah,
it's really hard to guess at that point. But
yeah, and then it was basically, well, that one was basically done, and then On map 2 Vertigo, there was like, yeah, I was safing. It worked out. Then all of a sudden, there was one lap where I switched from 6th to 3rd, and then I lost grip on the end. Um, lost grip on the end, and then I went back down to 6th. I was still safing, and then, well, yeah, basically, you know, one mistake on the pillars in the middle, and it's over.
Yeah.
And well, poolside, I mean, as expected, I felt good on it. Um, Basically, if I feel good on a map, I do pretty much good on it. But yes, on Launchpad, I don't even remember what happened on Launchpad. Oh yeah, I got 9th. I mean, fuck my
Yeah.
life, man.
And you even sniped Grenadi in the end, but then Bren, I think he did the cut in the end. It was actually stupid.
I made like 2 mistakes that were so stupid, like no slide, and then I crashed. I mean, it didn't cost me a lot, but yeah, my plan worked out at least. But yeah, it was like 800s, I think. So I missed out on 10 points.
Yeah.
And then well, yeah, that 240 round that I did when I was on the multiplier, that was actually my PB. So
Oof.
well, I guess I did a PB in match, and yeah, this is exactly the thing. Whenever I do a good round, then there's always someone that is just ahead of me
Yeah.
that also has a good round. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
getting a lot of seconds in the multiplayer rounds.
I'm
I'm
not
noticing.
even, you know, if I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't even hinder me anymore. I've basically been immune. I'm immune to TMGL right now, so it is what it is. Whatever.
It is what it is indeed. Yeah. Are you doing a point of view after this?
Nah, I will do it tomorrow.
All right, fair enough. Then, yeah,
Not in
I
the mood.
think I'm just gonna end it here. Then we'll be next week. Next week is the big step, Copium.
I mean, I heard the next map is gonna be by Kisla.
Okay.
Poolside is by Kisla. I like Kisla's map,
Yeah.
so that's pretty. Seems promising, but yeah, I've been saying it all the time. I practice the whole week, and yeah, well, whatever. Does
Yeah. It's a little bit of a repeat. But yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, and to the guy that I just banned in my chat, you know what? I only timed you out for a week, but I'll actually perma you. There you go.
I was about to say you can say it again next week, but sadly that's not gonna work.
Yeah. If you're talking smack to TMGL players losing rounds or doing the same thing every week, you actually, with your gold medals, should actually join TMGL and do whatever everyone is doing. So, yeah, that's it. Whatever.
Agreed.
I'll be there tomorrow for the review and
And the
checking
new
out the
map.
new map and
Yeah.
the new map. So yeah. Hope the cast was good. Thank you for the support, guys. I do my best every single week. You know that. But hey, we're still in. We're still in the top 16. I guess it's something to be proud of, but my performance hasn't been the greatest. So yeah.
We'll get there.
Hopefully, I'll do my best again next week, and I keep going. And in step 8, if I'm bottom 4, then we'll go to the head-to-head. If then the head-to-head, then we'll figure out what happens after. But
Yeah.
man, that 2x round, I wanted that so bad.
Mm-hmm.
How I was catching up because I risked the end. I know that I was behind by about 2 tenths, and then I knew I had to swing.
Yeah.
And what even was the gap? I think it was like 200s or 300s.
300s if I remember correctly. It was not a lot.
Ah, god damn it! I always get cucked by a couple hundreds, thousands.
Yeah, it's getting annoying, honestly.
Yeah, it is 3-4. Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening, and hey, hopefully we'll have a good week.